Thanks for watching Endgame Economics. If you enjoyed this video, hit subscribe. It's completely free for you, and it helps us continue making more videos like this.
Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're going to absolutely deconstruct the myth of pure, unadulterated talent. You know, we often look at the world's highest achievers and just assume they were, well, touched by destiny, right? Gifted with these magical abilities the rest of us could never even dream of. But is that actually true? To figure this out, we're using one of the most famous athletes in human history as our ultimate case study, Cristiano Ronaldo. We're going to break down the actual architecture of his success, step by step. Let's get into it.
Part 1. The illusion of talent. Deconstructing the myth.
Okay, so to really understand what builds a global icon, we've got to look past the finished product. Just look at this stark contrast. On one side, you've got a young kid running through the narrow, super quiet streets of Madeira before sunrise, kicking around a worn-out football. And on the other, the modern global superstar. We're talking Champions League trophies, private jets, packed stadiums literally echoing with the chants of millions. Now, most people look at that superstar and just assume that the young boy was destined for greatness. They think it was all written in the stars.
People see all these visible markers, right? The undeniable talent, the jaw-dropping goals, the shattered records, the insane global fame. And they immediately assume that talent is the sole driving force. They think talent is the engine of the whole operation. But let me remind you of something pretty crucial here. Thousands of incredibly talented football players existed before Cristiano Ronaldo, and thousands more are going to exist long after him. Talent alone? It simply does not explain a career spanning over 2 decades at the absolute, undisputed pinnacle of the sport.
So, what does this all mean? Well, let's really dive into this. If it wasn't just talent, what was it? Honestly, Ronaldo wasn't created by talent at all. He was forged by an absolute, all-consuming obsession. We define it here as a powerful, relentless drive that completely refuses to accept limits, no exceptions. It's this exact obsession that acted like alchemy, transforming an ordinary boy from a tiny island in the Atlantic into one of the most recognizable human beings to ever walk the earth.
Section 2. The Roots of Obsession. A boy who refused limits.
You see, Ronaldo definitely wasn't born into luxury, and he for sure wasn't raised in some sort of football royalty. His family had very little. But tracing his early timeline reveals something super fascinating. Very early on in Madeira, a distinct trait totally separated him from the other kids. He just wasn't satisfied with merely being good. When he reached his early coaching days, his coaches and opponents quickly noticed something kind of unusual. Winning a game, it just wasn't enough for him. As we move down the timeline to him practicing alone after hours, we see that improvement wasn't just a goal anymore. It literally became an addiction. He wanted to be the best. Not tomorrow, not someday, but right then and there.
Section 3. The Invisible Work. The Reality of Discipline.
Now, what's really interesting here is how this strips away the glamour we all admire to show the gritty reality underneath. Everyone loves the glamour, right? Celebrating with friends, kicking back and resting when you're tired, maybe just accepting a perfectly average or good enough performance. But obsession? Obsession lives in the process. And let me tell you, it is incredibly unglamorous. It's running repetitive drills completely alone at sunset. It's pushing through exhausting practice sessions while literally everyone else is sleeping. It demands sacrifice. It requires consistently choosing discomfort over convenience over and over again, chasing impossible standards while the rest of the world is resting.
Thousands. That's the number you really need to keep in mind here. Ronaldo became universally famous for his goals, absolutely. But those are just the tip of the iceberg. The unseen part of the story is the thousands of free kicks practiced alone after everyone else went home. The thousands of moments where he had the choice to just pack it in and stop, but deliberately chose to keep going instead.
And this brings us to a huge core shift in mindset. Ronaldo's most dangerous competition, it was never Lionel Messi or really any other player on the pitch. No, his ultimate competition was always his own past performances. A great game wasn't enough. He wanted a better one next week. One trophy was enough, he needed another. Now, critics often label this as arrogance, while supporters call it confidence. But underneath all of that chatter, it was simply an absolute unwillingness to accept yesterday's limits.
And this brilliantly illustrates how Ronaldo approached the game almost like an engineer, optimizing a high-performance machine. He broke his performance down into very specific steps. You've got fitness, recovery, nutrition. He even adopted strict sleep cycles, taking 5 daily 90-minute naps. Then there's technique and, of course, mindset.
He obsessively stacked these tiny, microscopic improvements across multiple seemingly unrelated disciplines, and over time, those compounded into an enormous, insurmountable competitive advantage. A real game changer.
Section 4. The price of perfection. The hidden cost of greatness.
Of course, every extraordinary achievement carries a hefty, completely unseen price tag. We constantly see the visible success, right? The luxury, the gleaming trophies, the worldwide fame. But take a second to consider the private reality of that invisible cost. Empty gyms, constant grueling travel schedules, lonely hotel rooms, and above all, the immense, crushing pressure. Imagine millions of people intensely scrutinizing every single mistake you make, every mischance, every defeat. The higher he climbed, the heavier those expectations became.
So the absolutely crucial point here is this. Greatness actually creates its own prison. Once the public sees you achieve perfection, they don't just applaud you once and move on. They expect it from you forever. The crowd doesn't even compare Ronaldo to ordinary players anymore. They compare Ronaldo to Ronaldo. And honestly, that is one of the most punishing, impossible standards any human being can ever face.
Section 5. The ultimate lesson. Beyond the destination.
Let's move to this next part and see how this all builds, because we're pivoting from Ronaldo's biography to the actionable philosophy you can actually take away from his journey. Most people look at the trophies and the extreme wealth and think, well, that's the story. But actually, scratch that, it isn't. The real story isn't what he achieved, it's what he had to become to achieve it. Success rarely belongs to the most naturally talented person in the room. It almost always belongs to the person willing to stay focused way longer than everyone else. Just look at this list. Enduring boredom, enduring sacrifice, failure, criticism, relentless repetition. Ronaldo's greatest gift might not have been his athletic ability at all. It was his capacity to endure these hardships, decade after decade, without ever losing focus.
Which brings us to this incredibly powerful realization. Greatness isn't built in moments of inspiration, it's built in thousands of ordinary days nobody remembers. Man, that really hits the nail on the head. While the rest of the world was desperately searching for life hacks, shortcuts, and quick fixes, Ronaldo's true secret was remarkably simple. He just kept showing up, year after year. He kept putting in the grueling work on the days when there were absolutely no cameras, no crowds, and no glory.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a bit of a challenge. Forget about football for a second, and think about your own life, your own goals, your own craft. What could you achieve if you stopped relying on fleeting inspiration or natural talent, and instead became absolutely obsessed with daily improvement for the next 10 years? The blueprint is right there. The only question is, are you willing to endure the invisible work?